Hey everyone, this is Jose from Master Screen Prints. Okay, so I wanted to go over on what I do. I do screen printing transfers. So everything that I do, I use screen printing transfers. I also do vinyl. In order for me to do, when I do vinyl to do a shirt, I use a Cricut Explorer 2. So I use it to cut my vinyl for any designs that are one or two colors um, for like one or two shirts. I also use Avery for like rest in peace shirts. I could do like somebody's full color face. Yeah. So, but most of what I do is screen printing transfers. I use Supacolor screen printing transfers. Okay. So I've been doing this since before 2016. The way I got into it is I I would go, you go to Walmart, you go to Target, you see all these shirts that have designs on them, and I would start wondering like, how did they get the design on the shirt? And I would feel the shirt to see how they did it. I would look like in the front, I would look like behind the shirt, and I would try to examine it and try to wonder how did they apply the ink or um, picture or whatnot on the shirt, and it would always fascinate me. And then one 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 of my friends, he told me the process. He started explaining to me how he does his process. Um, he would outsource most of his work, and me, I'm just a go do it guy. Um, I would pay, to have someone do it for me, but I would like to see how he does it, so I learned so I could do it on my own next time. Anyways, I it would have been good if he would have had shown me, and it would have been maybe faster, but I had to turn into the University of YouTube. I went into YouTube, went and seen countless hours of YouTube, and I started looking at different people that do screen printing. And it took me a while to learn. It took me a while to learn um, it, because some of the videos they make you look very easy, just like anything else. It's easy when you know, it's hard when you don't know and you want to start. But I I wanted to like my kids would do pictures of, they would do drawings for us and be like, here mom, here dad, and they would do these little pictures like in elementary when they were going to school. uh Now my kids are teenagers, but they would, they would do us drawings and, stick figures and put I love you and holding hands, mom and dad, and then it was more like, I guess, my my youngest and my middle child, and they would always draw things for us. And I started to put these drawings into shirts. And when I started putting these drawings into shirts, other parents started noticing, and so a hobby came into a business. That is my side hustle that I do right now. I do screen printing transfers. I do T-shirts. Anything that I could lay flat, I do it. Um, I did these for my head headrest to my car, and yeah, anything that I would that I'm able to lay flat, I can do. Uh, I started doing screen printing transfers about a year. Let's get back to screen printing. So I started doing screen printing. I started to know a little bit of the process. I didn't know how to use Photoshop, so I would give it to I would give that to someone at the screen printing place that I would order all my stuff. It's called Ace Screen Printing Supplies, and this is in downtown LA. Uh, they would actually I would order it from Sammy. She would, she was very good. She would tell me how I wanted it. She would ask me, and then I would tell her, and then she would get it done. She would get it, she would put it in a transparency, and then Ace Screen Printing Supplies would do the screen for me. I pick it up, take it home, and then I start screen printing whatever I wanted, right? And then I was going, I was doing this for a little bit up until like I was like, man, you know, th- I work Monday through Friday. How can I do this myself without going there? And I started learning. I started looking at YouTube. Um, uh, I started getting different ideas, and I went to go buy a printer. I went to go buy, the emotion, the screens, and whatnot. And yeah, I messed up on a lot of screens. I also messed up on a lot of shirts. The shirts that I messed up on, so I would cut them up and make use it, to clean the house or the car, and I would never really throw them away. And or sometimes, they were pretty good, just cricket or whatnot. Um, I take it over to the thrift store, and if you're barely learning, I would suggest don't throw it away. Take it to your local thrift store. Take it to take it to the homeless. Let them wear a shirt, even though it's messed up, but it's still a shirt for them. To it's still a brand new shirt. They'll sport it. They don't care. It's just to keep them warm, keep them clothed. Um, you're helping, right? So I I started in 2020 screen printing transfers. I ordered my first design, and my first design was my daughters. My daughters. I took a picture of them. I made a cartoonish style, and I kind of want to incorporate something like Los Angeles. So I added some graffiti. I put a thrifter, the word thrifter, because they love going to the thrift store. They love going, buying. And there's a lot of vintage clothing that they like that they don't sell anymore. And right now, there's a lot of places, especially like in Beverly Hills and whatnot. They have thrift stores, but they're called vintage clothing, and it's crazy because there's this lady that I do shirts for, and these vintage shirts they sell them for like 300 to 1,500 bucks, eight for a t-shirt. It's crazy. Um, anyways, uh, so I wanted to do like a brand for my daughters called Thrifter. And I have shirts that have Thrifter. I have some sweatpants that I put on the pockets, on the sides. I put Thrifter on the sides. And if you watch more of my YouTube, you'll see it. That I I did that on my sweats and my shirt. And yeah, and you know what? So many videos that I seen throughout all this time, and I did record some of my stuff, and I never even thought of putting my content on here. I never even thought of social media as a form of business up until just recently. I think in June or July, Ray is the entrepreneur. He came over to my house, and he helped me with the video, two videos. And ever since then, I've been really trying to like make videos here and there, and you know, just trying to promote and talk about my business, talk about shirts, which I love. I have I have a passion for it, and and like I mentioned, I did it because I love doing it. I wanted something that I can share, which were my kids' pictures. And hey, you have kids. If you have kids and they draw little pictures for you, send me a DM and let me know what is it that I can do for you. Maybe I can do some of those designs for you, and I could get it done for you. So just hit me up. Again, uh, I started back in 2020 during COVID, and I I'm I, I'm trying to really pick up that brand for my daughters, the Thrifter brand, and then I also uh, did another one. It's not really a brand, but I'm doing some shirts and some hats called the struggle, right? Because kind of the struggle and the thrift store kind of come together, right? And there's one of mine. The struggle, we're always struggling with something. We're struggling with money. We're struggling with, with work, struggling with just life, mental health, just struggling, period. And, so I, I wanted to incorporate that, more for myself. If you watch again my video, we were living at these apartments for 22 years. We were asked to move because they said that they weren't livable. They were gonna fix them, and it didn't happen. Yeah, they lied to us, and we moved out. And then later on, we found out that they just they were kicking everybody out just to raise the rent. um Anyways, yeah, so everything that I do, I do screen printing transfers. I have a 15 by 15 craft pro from He Press Nation at home. I have a hat press from also that I bought from He Press Nation. I have a hat press, a 360 Hatronics, and I think this is from I think Stalls is the one that makes them. And I buy also some of my screen printing transfers and from Stalls. But the majority of my screen printing transfers are from Supacolor. I really love their their transfers. They're very good quality. The colors, just like how I order them, they're very vibrant. They're it's screen printing, but in a transfer. So it's in a transparency. You just lay it on the shirt, and I just heat press it. It's done. So it's easier to apply. It gets some used to it at first, but it could be done. And the majority of my business that I do is all screen printing transfers. So I don't have the screen printing anymore since I moved out from the apartments. I don't have the room. So my screen printing things, my I have a four colors press, one station. So I have it at in my storage. I have a few screens. I have that at my storage. I have couple of quarts, gallons of black and white ink. I have a gallon that I just bought from Ice Cream Printing Supplies of Emotion. I never got to use. It's still brand new. It's at the storage, and uh, yeah. So the only thing that I do right now is screen printing transfers, and right now I'm really getting I'm really trying to get into like do some designs and put them on shoelaces. And if this is something that you're interested, hit me up. Maybe I could do some for you. Um, uh, yeah. So screen printing transfers is what I do, and so just keep look at my videos um, to see what I can do for you. So when I first started, I didn't know how to price my shirts, and I started asking other screen printers how to price them, how do they price them, and I started calling some of my local screen printers here in my area. I lived in the city of Bell, so I would call Maywood, Bell, Southgate, Compton, you know, in the areas around me, Downey. I would try to get their numbers, their prices, so I know what is it to charge. You know, I've been going to the conventions at at Long Beach at the it's called Impressions, and I'll be going to this one this year for 2024. So if you see me and you've seen my videos, say what's up. You know, big shout out to Big Brando, to Reyes, Juan from Liberty Graphics, um, yeah, Stan Banks. Yeah, big shout out is one of the main guys that I've been seeing a lot on YouTube. Um, Cat 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 Spritz. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of him. Um, his videos. Sorry. .com. I've seen a lot of his videos. I learned a lot of uh, very informational, very informational. But yeah, so I have master screen prints not because I'm the best. I named master because I mastered screen printing. I to me, it was something very complicated, and I mastered it, and that is my mindset. I want to learn something, and I try to do it the best that I can, and until I'm good at it, and then I move on to the next, and then you know that's just the person that I am. I like to learn it, I like to pursue it, and let's do it. Um, right now, I do all my work screen printing transfers, and or think that I know everything. I always ask for input for other people. Um, but let me know what you think. Leave your comments below, and just to help my video, like, hit that bell notification, and subscribe to this video so I can put in more content to support this channel. Thank you very much, and see you on the next.